Morning, everybody. Welcome back to day 39, Journey Back to Self, where I want to speak about projection in relationships. Now, everything is a projection of your internal state of being in this dimensional reality in quantum physics. It doesn't matter if it's intimate, familial, co-workers, you're being reflected back to you, your internal state of being. And we weren't taught these things. So it's very common in relationship to get triggered and it's that person that did this and they're doing that. No, they're reflecting back to you exactly where you're at in your life. Case in point, because we're not taught these things, even in the realm of, and I love Carl Jung's psychology, but even in the realm of psychology, and I have a friend that's a psychologist, and she said to me, Dina, half of the people in our profession are doing the inner work, right? They had a wounding, that's why they want to become psychologists and help people, so they're doing the inner work. And they're helping their patients. The other half is doing it, of course, because they also have wounds. That's why they want to help people, but they're not doing the shadow work. They are using their book learning and they're bypassing the wounding. Now, how they are effective, I have no idea. Case in point, if something's going on in your world and you are projecting it out at the person, when they come back to you and they're like, yeah, that's not really what's happening here, and you are aware that this is how reality works, that these are how relationships work, you can stand in your balanced truth and say, you know what? No, that's not happening here. That's a projection of your psyche and your unhealed wounding. And then you don't get triggered. You're just like, you know what? You have boundaries, but you're like, I'm not playing this game because I know how this works. I have the experience. I do the shadow work. And it would behoove everybody to really understand how we create in this quantum soup, because everything is a projection of ourselves. And of course, the familiar things, those are the ones that trigger us the most, our family. But we've come in as souls, lifetime after lifetime, to learn and evolve together. And we can always say, you know what, I'm done with this, and you can be done. But on a soul level, it's like, I heard Bashar say this the other day, if a soul cut its fingers off and then in the next lifetime they have more to work through, they're going to have a hard time without those fingers. So do you really want to stop the growth? No, you don't. So, projection in relationships, it's a thing. Thanks for watching.